All right, friends, and then here really quickly are my onion baskets. I grew a lot of onions this year on purpose again because it's a staple in my cooking. And so I purposely grew a lot of varieties that have really long shelf lives, some up to 8 months, some varieties. And so this is what I have left for the food storage for the winter. I've already chopped a bunch and frozen a bunch. I've freeze dried them. I freeze dried the green tops, which is, oh my gosh, they've been so delicious. And I've been mixing up a bunch of new spice blends using them. Hey there, Cherie here. Welcome to the gardening channel, Gardening at Home with Cherie. Today, I'm here to share with you some of the onions that I'm going to be growing. I love growing onions. I'll be talking more about onions in a future video. So I'm just going to go through the varieties that I have. My intention is to certainly grow some of all these varieties. I will be using them in different ways. And again, I'm going to talk about that in another video focused on onions and gardening plants. But these are the ones that I found. So in this video, we're just going to go over bulbing onions. And then I'm going to do another video on onions, and we'll talk about the bunching onion varieties. We're going to start with the red onions. This first variety is from Johnny's Select Seeds. This first packet is from Johnny Selected Seeds. This is a red marble specialty certified organic onion. This is the only one I think that I don't have pictures of, so we'll get that out the way. This next one is the red and pasta onion, which is from Botanical Interest. This is an intermediate day onion. Another intermediate day onion is this Cabernet onion, also from Botanical Interest. These are all great for sandwiches, making jams, things like that. And also, I like the red. I like these bigger red storage onions that have long storage lives. And that's why I'm going to do a separate video, because I want to show you guys my previous years of growing onions and talking you through how I grew them, and you know, if I grew them from seed and all that kind of stuff. And then I'll also talk to you about how they stored for me and how I use them. Okay, living here in Minnesota Zone 4, I'm trying to grow onions, not just to use fresh, but also to get me through the many months when I can't grow outside. Because we do eat, I cook with a lot of onions. You'll see on the cooking channel, Cooking at Home with Cherie, you'll see me using onions in almost everything. So anyway, this is the red Danvers onion, which is from, this pack is from Bentley Seed Co. This is a sweet onion. Does it say? I have to look at my spreadsheet to see if this is an intermediate or long day onion. Next is the red of Florence, and that's why I pulled all the onion seeds out. I have some more from other companies that don't. I have more from other companies that don't put pictures on, so that's why too. We'll talk about those more. We'll talk about those more in the upcoming videos. But I found, for example, 3 packs of this red of Florence. This is a really old one. I'm gonna have to tell the story about this. This pack is from, this is from 2017. When I lived in Michigan, I was trying to garden, y'all. I was trying so hard, and I was just buying seeds, and I'm gonna tell the whole story. But I was trying to grow a garden on someone else's property. I just wanted to grow food. But I'm going to tell that story someday. But that's why I have seed packets that are from like 2011. I was just buying seeds and trying to grow. I had very little success, but Minnesota has been my sweet spot for some reason for getting the seeds of the garden growing. But I love seeing these old Baker Creek heirloom seed packs. You'll see some more of them coming up in this video. But anyway, this is their original Red of Florence envelope from 2017. And then here are the newer packs. This one's from 2022 and this one too. So I must have bought 2 packs of that. So I'm going to sow, that's why I'm pulling these, because I need to sow these old seeds like onion seeds, lettuce seeds. Supposedly their germination rate drops off a lot over time. So I'm going to test these and see. Typically, you know, you get so many onions in each seeds. This had 300 seeds in a pack. And I mean, I could if I had a big farm and only grew one variety, but I like to grow a little bit of a lot of things. And so I think last year I planted like 10 seeds from this pack. So anyway, I have probably over 600 seeds here. So I'm going to sow a bit more of these and play around with them, also seeing if I can get them to grow indoors, and then getting these actually put up and stored in a way that will hopefully prolong their seed germination, viability, etc. So anyway, Red Onion of Florence. This was another pack that I think every time I placed a Baker Creek order, I must have been adding this seed pack. It's like, wow, you know, I had seeds all over the place. I have one. Oh, that's a different one. So let's take that out. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 7 packs of this Southport Red Globe onion. And you'll see again here, this must be an older seed pack. Yep, this is also from 2017. Look at how beautiful that artwork is. And this is a long day onion. And same thing, each of these packs seem like they came with a minimum of 300 seeds. This was when seed packs cost $2.50. And it looks like in 2021, they were $2.75. And let's see what the oldest pack is. 2022, they were $3. Do I have any from 2024? 2020, let's see. And look, I may have stopped buying them. 2022. It looks like I stopped buying them and I realized that I had more than enough of these. So some of these I'm just gonna grow and use them just as like, you know, baby onions, cutting off the tops, because, you know, I want to order some fresh seeds if it looks like there's germination issues as well, and then get them stored properly. And then I will just sprinkle these in the garden. I have a local co-op that I donate seeds to. Yeah, they're gonna get used. That's my goal here, is to not have seeds sitting around and just not, you know, getting to use and not getting put to use, especially the ones that seems like the germination rate drops off quickly. So anyway, this is what they look like, the Southport Red Globe. I'm going to use the older seeds first, and then I might just do a germ test on some of the older packs and just see how they're doing. But this is a beautiful onion. Like I said, I've grown it a couple times. It says a reliable northern variety first introduced in 1873. So it's a really old onion, and it says it's among the best keeping red onions. And so, yeah, I am gonna try really hard to get these to grow well. I still have not reached a point where I can get my seed onions into the ground at the right time where they get as big as my onions that I buy from sets. I still do buy onion sets because I need to make sure that I have onions. And so I don't want to risk just growing from seeds on a crop that is that important to me. So this year I'm ordering fewer sets. I preserved a lot of onions last season. And again, you'll see that on the cooking channel. I'm going to show you the ways that I preserve the onions, and you'll see how much I preserved. And so I feel a bit better about that, taking the risk this year of just seeing how the seed onions go. I also have a lot more garden space now than the last couple years, now that my second garden is set up and the perennial beds are set up. And so, like I said, I will be sprinkling these onions in or dropping or transplanting them into a bunch of different places. Now, the one thing I run the risk of doing it from seed is that when I put them out, depending on any weather fluctuations, that it might think it's a second year seed, and it might form a flower head and produce seeds. And I'm okay with that. I've had that happen. I eat those onion bulbs. They are fine. Once the flower head forms, the green stalk gets a little tougher. But then I have all these onion seeds to collect. So that's another reason too. I have harvested a lot of onion seeds over the last 2 years. They're clearly fresher than 2017. So I need to gradually get to that point where I am just using up the old seed and storing the fresher seeds. I know I have another one of these. This is just from a different company. Hang on. This is the Flat of Italy onion. This pack is from Botanical Interest. Yep. And I have one from Baker Creek as well. And this is, it says here, this small, flat, bright red gem from Italy is a gourmand's delight, fresh or cooked, quick to mature for an early harvest. And this is an intermediate day. But see here, this is intermediate day at 70 days. Some of those other ones, like the Southport, I think was an intermediate day onion, but I feel like that was over 100. So one of the packets, I feel like it said it was 100 days. 120 days. So that's 50 days difference between the Southport Red Globe and the Flat of Italy. That's half my growing season. So I do like to put in a mixture, and I researched to find the early maturing ones, mid maturing ones, and then the ones that really need to go pretty much the whole growing season. I do have my greenhouse up and running and ready to go as well. So I'm going to be just trying onions in all kinds of places to see where's the best spot for me to get the biggest onions possible. So the next red onion is the round Tropea. And this one I've grown from seed as well as from transplants, or from, what do you call those? What do you call the seed starts? The onion sets. So I've grown them from onion sets as well. Again, the onion sets always get bigger than my seed onions so far. I do plant the bulb sets, the sets out earlier because they are just ready to go, where my onions from seed always seem to be a bit smaller, which again is why I'm doing this video, because I'm going to be starting them earlier. I look back to see when I was starting them, and I'm going to start them 3 weeks earlier and see if I can have bigger plants. I'm also going to do something different with the lighting and stuff like that, to see if I can get, it would be great to get my bulb onions to be at my seed sown. It would be great to get my seed started onions to be the same size as the sets when they arrive. And then I feel like that would be a fair comparison, but I don't know if I can achieve that, but I'm going to try. But anyway, this is the famous red onion of Tropea, Italy, where it is still grown along the clay cliff sides, sold at markets, bunch fresh, or as marmalade. And it has a deep purple color, really sweet, delicate scent. And so, yeah, and mine have, sometimes they come rounded, sometimes they're a little bit longer. I'll share when I get to sharing some of the harvest videos from last season. As we roll into this new season, you'll see what my onions look like, and the shape of them and the color. And then the last red onion is the Wethersfield red onion. And then you can see it has that kind of like flattened Italian look. Another long day onion, old New England variety, a major agricultural commodity in the 1700s America. And so it says it's nearly rounded, pleasant flavored, and very productive, and it keeps well. So we're gonna see. I definitely planted some of these last year also, and again, because of my timing, I think these I even just sprinkled out into the garden as seed. They were like bunching onions with a bigger bulb on the bottom. I didn't get them to reach that size. So keeping on working on that. Okay, next we'll talk about this because I'm going to sow all of these because I did buy 2 fresh packs of these for 2025. So I'm going to sow all of these. These are the Zabroon shallots, and I think I have another variety of shallot already pulled aside. I don't have all my seeds here because I did pull some aside already and talked about them in another video, and I didn't put them back. But anyway, I'm going to grow these. Again, I've grown these from seed before successfully in my garden, and I've also grown them from starts, the little onion sets that I get from Dixondale Farm. And so shallots are, I don't know why they are here, but they're so expensive. And even the seeds, I mean, back in 2018, the shallot pack was already $3. And here it's, and you were getting 300 seeds. For 2021, you were getting 150 seeds, so half as much, and they were $3.75. And so shallots, even buying in the store, are expensive. This is a long day type, a French banana type. Yeah, and they grow, they're really beautiful. And I like to cook with shallots with a lot of different dishes, especially with chicken dishes. I like to use shallots over onions, so I'm hoping to get a good amount of those growing. And these are fine. If they're small, I use them. I don't care what size. When the frost is coming and I'm about to lose my stuff, I pull them. And every once in a while, there's one that didn't grow much at all. And I just leave it in there. And I've had them actually grow the second year. And then, like I said, I eat the bulb and I collect the seeds. So maybe that'll happen with some of these. I might purposely leave some out there and see what happens. It would be great to harvest my own shallot onions. Okay, next we're going to get into the white onions. So I have this, let's just keep these over here. I have the Toscana, and this was one too. I guess I was excited about it because I had found 3 packets. These are from 2020, all 3 of them. And so there's a long day onion. They're beautiful. It says long day onion, torpedo shaped, brown skin, white flesh. Fresh is juicy and mild flavored with crispy texture. And it's a great storage onion from the Czech Republic. So excited to grow those. Okay, next up we have the sweet Spanish yellow onion. I've grown these in the garden before with actually really good results. I grew them from seed, and I grew them not last year, but the year before. I grew these from onion sets. I actually grew them. They grew really well in my grow bags. I have a pack from 2021. It looks like I have 4 packs from 2022. So I need to get these seeds put to use, get them tested, get them stored properly. This is another onion that's a long day. It says a home gardener's favorite, excellent choice for beginners, one of the easiest onions to grow. They can get up to a pound, and they're good for storage. Another beautiful onion you can see here. This is another old seed pack from Baker Creek. This is from 2018, but another long day onion. It says here, this late onion makes an excellent keeper, a rare and hard to find Italian variety. This is the yellow of Parma onion. And so, yeah, I have a bunch of these seeds that I will be putting to use. And like I said, I'm going to be germination testing them. If their germination test is good, I'll, of course, like I did the last 2 seasons, actually donate to my local community gardens and, yeah, get them into circulation. And hopefully, like I've said before, I can get an onion or 2 to go to seed and collect fresh seed for myself. Here's another variety, and I'm going to try to grow this year, the Violet de Galmi onion. This is a very interesting onion. It's a short day type. I think I tried to grow this in 2022. I don't think I got a bulb. I got probably just some green tops because I don't remember harvesting anything that looked like that. But I'm going to try it again this year. The Galmi onion comes from the village of Galmi, a small community in the Adder Valley of southeast Niger. So, should be fun. Hopefully I can get that to grow. And here's another onion seed variety that I seem to have been fascinated with because I have so many packets of. I have grown this in my garden before. Again, mine never get as big as the packages, but this was a very easy to grow onion for me. This is the flat onion of Nagasaki, Japan. This type is considered a traditional variety of Japanese culture and cuisine. The onsen is the name of a volcano on the island of Kyushu. My son just got back from study abroad in Japan and brought back some really nice things I'll share, probably on the cooking channel. But anyway, I have 5 packs of these, so I need to put these to use again. Haven't bought them the last couple years, it looks like. Seems like I bought a bunch of onion seeds in 2022. I think that was when I was first like, oh my God, I gotta grow all my onions. Here is the onion Bianca di Guino. This is a short day type. I haven't sown this one before. Looks like I got it in 2022 though. And so this is a later maturing Italian cipollini type onion. So this one is ideal for pickling and grilling. And I think that's what I got those for, was for pickling. And then here's the white Creole. I think I showed the red Creole packet already. If not, I do have the red Creole also. This is a short day variety, southern variety, and it's supposed to store well. So let's see if I can get these to grow for me here in Minnesota. And then the last bunches are like big onions. I have 2 packs of these global onions. They're enormous. And this one here says it's an award-winning, I haven't sown these yet. It says here, an award-winning giant exhibition onion with super sweet, complex flavor. What a beauty. A good storage onion. So we'll see how that one does. And the next one that I have several packets of is this Elsa Craig. So it looks like I have a 2021 packet. It looks like I sowed some of those. And then I have 2 newer packets. Oh, they're also 2020. Anyway, this one here says it was developed in Scotland in the 19th century, a long day type, and the onions can reach up to 5 pounds. It says 5 pounds is rather common. So that would be fascinating to get that to get to a 5 pounds here for me in Minnesota. Next to last, we have the Texas Early Grano onions. Again, they just look beautiful. And then this one here, this is a short day onion, Texas, of course. It says it's a sweet onion, extra sweet, early Vidalia type onion with thick skin, supremely mild flavor, so sweet they can be eaten like an apple. So we'll see how they turn out. And then the last ones are the Australian Brown. I have 2 packs of those. We'll see, this one says here, easy to grow 19th century variety introduced by Burpee. Intermediate day type, extra fine, large, yellow-brown bulbs that have superb flavor. So I'm going to start sowing these onions. I'm going to have my journal out, taking notes. Really want to master this onions from seed over the next few years. So we'll see if I can conquer. That goal. Like I said, I do have more onion varieties from other companies that don't put pictures on. You'll learn about those in a future video, as well as the bunching onion varieties. And I'll also share the bunching onion varieties that I'm going to be starting and actually growing indoors, because those are just great to grow indoors and have to get that fresh onion flavor all year long. Okay, thanks for watching. I'll see you back here on the channel again soon. All right, friends, and then here really quickly are my onion baskets. I grew a lot of onions this year on purpose again because it's a staple in my cooking. And so I purposely grew a lot of varieties that have really long shelf lives, some up to 8 months, some varieties. And so this is what I have left for the food storage for the winter. I've already chopped a bunch and frozen a bunch. I've freeze dried them. I freeze dried the green tops, which is, oh my gosh, they've been so delicious. And I've been mixing up a bunch of new spice blends using them. And so yeah, I'm really, really excited. I have one basket about this size filled on the kitchen counter. And they have, you know, every week I come down and I look for things that might be sprouting. And I haven't found too many. I just found these today. So I'm going to take those upstairs to cook them. For the most part, the ones that were meant to be long storage, I got those out of the ground early enough for them to cure, to be shelf stable. I did grow some varieties that only had like a 3-month shelf life. So those are the ones that I keep upstairs in the kitchen and just cook with. Some of them are sprouting green tops. I just chop them up and I use the whole onion as soon as I see that. And so, yeah, I use a lot of onions. I'm not sure if this is going to last me the whole winter. We will see. And then this will help me gauge. I actually already ordered some onions for next year, and I have a bunch that I'll be growing from seed because I really do. I love onions and I love cooking with them. So that's it. I just wanted to pop in real quick to share an update. I have these in my grow racks down in the basement, and I'm storing right now as I reorganize my food pantry, which is right across from it. This is where I'm storing a lot of my canned food. These are all fig jams. I did a lot of fig jams this year, and green beans. I did a lot of carrots. I did a lot of things, tomato sauce. And so yeah, I'm really, really excited to have so much food that I grew and preserved, and I will continue to enjoy throughout the winter along with some of the food that I'm growing in my indoor garden. All right, guys, just wanted to give a quick pop in. I'll probably see you next month. All right, take care. Bye.